Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry that there wasn't a Vlogmas video and it's all kind of been a little bit higgledy-piggledy for the last few days. So I should probably start things off with stating the obvious. If you read in the comments on my last video, there was lots of congratulations and lots of love, and yes, Ali and I got engaged, not yesterday but the day before. He totally had me fooled, and yeah, it was quite funny, but also just the happiest day of my life so far, I guess. I keep having like flashbacks from it, but we'll get to that in a second, and I'm going to tell you a lot more about it. I just wanted to have a chat with you because I felt like I needed to just sort of update on everything, and I don't want to tell you too much about the engagement and the story and everything because Ali worked really hard to be able to like keep it a secret and to be able to film us, and yeah, so I want to let him just enjoy that. So yeah, I was vlogging as normal on Tuesday and I started feeling a little bit under the weather again. And if you didn't know, I was quite ill a few weeks ago, but like I was really ill then. Like I was in and out of like consciousness on the sofa and just really under the weather. Was not that bad this time. Like I was able to function, but it was just really annoying. I've still got it, so if this eye just randomly starts watering, that's because that's what I get when I'm ill. It's the weirdest thing. It's like I get this like tickle when I think I'm gonna sneeze, and then my eye just streams and I'm like, well, this is frustrating. I was trying to take the thumbnail before and my eye just started streaming, and I think it's starting to do it again now. So yeah, it's just been kind of like in my nose rather than the last one I was like everywhere. So yeah, I started feeling ill on the way down to Ali's management's Christmas do, and I just had to stop vlogging because I honestly thought I was going to throw up, and I have a fear of being sick, so that made me panic even more, and I stopped vlogging because I didn't want to get there and be sick. I knew I wouldn't be sick though. I'm literally never sick, but I just have this big fear of throwing up in public, and yeah, so I stopped vlogging. And it's really funny because everyone knew there at his management's Christmas do that we were getting engaged the next day, but I had no idea. So to everyone at Becca Bar Management, you all are but they helped Ali a lot with planning everything, so it's also a massive thank you to them because he was one stressed sausage the last few months. So I'm sure that they helped him a lot and took a bit of the pressure off him, which is great. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. And then on Wednesday, Ali had convinced me that we were going to this event, and I had absolutely no idea what was planned, which was strange because like obviously Ali and I have spoken about getting engaged and stuff like that, and like we've looked at rings and things like that, but even when you know that it's like a subject that you've discussed and you know that you both want it, like you still never know when it's gonna happen. And I was just, like I said, I keep having flashbacks because it's, yeah, the moment that I realised what was going on and what he'd done and the efforts that he'd gone to, literally it felt like someone had like kicked me in the stomach, because I was like, oh my god, like this is happening, this is real. It sounds so silly, but if you've watched previous videos, I mean, if you're new here you might not know, but like in previous videos I've said that I never wanted to get married. I didn't want to get married until I met Ali. I come from parents that separated when I was really young, so marriage never really meant that much to me until you meet someone that you do want to spend the rest of your life with. Yeah, that kind of changed everything. But basically Ali had convinced me that we were going to this insane event, and as we arrived, it took me a few moments, and then all of a sudden, I didn't think that it was for me, but I started crying because it'll make me cry thinking about it now. Ali's the kind of person that, like, he's a joker, and he would get down on one knee and then be like, oh sorry, I was just gonna tie your shoelace. So as we were walking up, it took me a very long time to accept that that was what was happening, and that this wasn't like, you know, a joke and we were just gonna veer off to the party. But yeah, so he asked me to marry him, and obviously I said yes. There is a whole video coming. Basically the whole concept was that Ali had told me that he was going to this event that he had to film for a collaboration, so that was why our camera crew was with us, and they're the guys that we work with all the time, so that's like not an abnormal thing to happen. And yeah, So they were just there, and we were like having a laugh and a joke, and all the time they knew. Another thing to note is that I had been thinking, like, I think all my family had been thinking as well, like, oh, I hope he does it at Christmas, because I'm like obsessed with Christmas. I'm sure you already know I'm obsessed with Christmas. And so I think that my family had been expecting it, and like my friends and stuff like that. And we actually spoke about it, Ali and I actually spoke about it in the hotel room in London. What he said just made me realise that he had not even thought about it. Like, stupid me, of course he hadn't, because he'd been working 2 jobs, and how could I possibly have thought that he would have been planning that as well? And it made me cry. I felt so stupid for even like thinking that it could be a possibility, and I was so upset that I just went off and cried. And little did I know that he was even more stressed, because he'd been planning this, and I mean, he planned it down to a T. There was nothing that he missed. To be able to convince me is the most difficult thing ever. Like, if I get any kind of inkling that something is going on, I will find out. Like, you can't hide anything from me. And but he managed to, like, he literally managed to pull the wool over my eyes completely, and it was the most amazing surprise that I've ever had in my life. And to everyone that was involved in it, the girls, Zoe at Penny Hill Park, AR and Reese, our camera crew, Ali's manager James, like, they literally, everyone worked so hard to keep it a secret, and I'm so thankful that they were able to do that and I didn't find out, because the moment just keeps replaying in my mind. I keep remembering the moment that I was like, what are you doing? And that's just what I kept saying. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And even in the picture that Reese captured of him asking me to marry him, instead of my hand being like that for him to put the ring on it, my hand is like that, because I'm like, what are you doing? So basically, I don't want to tell you too much. I'm probably telling you too much anyway. But with me being ill the day before, like, I was ill obviously when we were getting engaged. Like, I was a snotty mess. Despite the crying, I was just snotty anyway. And then obviously I vlogged the entire day. Obviously I didn't vlog the engagement bit because I thought we were going to an event and I was gonna vlog when we got to the event, and then our camera crew captured that. So what I will do is I'll like slot in that footage into my vlog so that it all makes sense, and then the full story will kind of be on Ali's channel. And obviously I'm waiting on that footage, so I haven't been able to put the engagement video up just yet. And then I didn't vlog the day after because it was, you know, it's the day after we got engaged. We were supposed to be relaxing at a spa, and I just felt like I shouldn't vlog that. And I think Ali did, but I was just like, I want to enjoy this. So today is the next day and I'm vlogging again. I vlogged this morning and we're going out for dinner tonight, and we're going to have mulled wine and chestnuts and stuff like that, so it's going to be really nice. But I just thought that I would jump on here and do a bit of a life update so that there is a video going out and that you're all kind of up to speed, because there was a lot of people in the comments was like, where did she announce this? Well, you need to follow me on Instagram. You need to come and follow me on Instagram. So my link is like on screen somewhere. Just come over and follow me on Instagram and you can see all of the pictures from the engagement. Unfortunately, you would have missed out on the Instagram stories, but which was so funny because I was like tagging GQ thinking we were going to a GQ event. I was like, we're going to a GQ event, riding in a helicopter. I bet the people at GQ were like, what the hell? But that's basically what I jumped on here to tell you about, just kind of update you, and also apologise because I know that this is Vlogmas and I have had messages from people saying like, where are videos and stuff like that, and life does have a way of like switching things up and you're just not prepared. And oh my god, my nose, it's gonna do it. This is my nose doing the watering thing. It feels like I've got water up my nose, that's what it feels like, and then this eye just waters. Oh, I also painted my nails, by the way, because I thought that the Sally Hansen one, the, what's it called? Game of Chrome's nail polish looked so nice with my ring that I decided to paint all my fingers, and I really like it. Because it's still festive, but it's sort of like platinum festive. So yeah, loving that polish. And I'm loving that so many of you went and bought it. And I also wanted to quickly say, because I know that there may have been some speculation as to whether my engagement was sponsored. I'm not gonna lie, I have been approached in the past to be paid to get engaged to Ali, and it was a very considerable amount of money. It was the amount of money that could ensure that we have the wedding of our dreams. But I said no, because I feel like that would take everything away from that moment. So no, our engagement was not sponsored. I wish it was. I wish that it wasn't so frowned upon, because one of the reasons why we didn't get engaged sooner was because we couldn't really afford to get married, and it's an expensive thing. So I actually would never frown upon anyone that does have their engagement sponsored, because it's expensive just to get engaged, and it's expensive to have a ring, and it's expensive to have a wedding. So if I could have someone pay for my wedding, I would. It's funny that actually, now that I think about it, it's absolutely fine for like people to have their parents pay for their wedding, but it's not okay to like have anyone else pay for anything. So yeah, but yeah, just the long story short, my engagement was not sponsored at all. So I wish it was. I wish it was. But hopefully the engagement video will be going up very, very soon, and you will all be able to see what happened, and I'll be able to see it, because I feel like it was such a blur that I want to watch it back, because it's such a special moment. I'm so glad that he filmed it as well. So glad, because I get to see that moment again, because I've never felt anything like that in that moment. That was pure shock, pure, like, it was, I can't even explain it. It was, I cried, and I thought, because I knew that we'd looked at rings, I didn't think I would cry and things like that, but he caught me completely off guard. I was convinced that he had no intention of doing it anytime soon. So yeah, I can't wait to be able to watch that back and just relive that moment over and over again. I feel so lucky that we were able to have it filmed. I also thought that I would show you the ring quickly, which I am just so in love with. It is simple and classic, and I didn't want too much fuss. I just wanted a princess cut solitaire, and that's all I wanted. Yeah, it might not be to everyone's taste, but I couldn't imagine wearing anything else on my finger. It is beautiful. But yeah, that's everything. I hope that this little life update kind of brings you up to speed and is in some form like a little bit of an apology for Vlogmas going a little bit able, but I hope there's a good excuse, and that you're happy and I'm happy, and there's so much to do now. I'm already thinking of like engagement parties and stuff like that, so I just can't believe it. I never thought I would be that girl that got engaged. I never did. So, but I will see you in my next Vlogmas. I am hoping that that will be my engagement video for you. So yeah, we'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I will be doing 3 videos a week after Vlogmas, hopefully, if I don't screw that up as well. But there's always going to be videos going out. But yeah, anyway, I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all of your love, and thank you so much to everyone that helped, and thank you so much to my fiance for making this the best Christmas ever. This is actually better than the Christmas that I got a doll's house. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.